Hey everyone, the name is Kris Barocsi, and today we're doing a little blindfold test for you. This is gonna be some string testing. If you watch my video on round core strings, you know that I'm a huge fan of those strings, and I'm using the Pure Blues DR strings for years now. I love the feel of the wound strings. They feel the same when you bend them as the plain strings, which is the goal here, that they don't feel stiffer. There's a real nice balance across the fretboard. I love the sound, I love the feel, so I put them on all my instruments, which is really cool. But then they have these fairly new coated strings, which are also round wound. These are the Dragon Skin Plus, and I wanted to test them, but I didn't want to just, read all the infos and know all about it and then influence my perception of the strings. So I ignored all the infos first and just compared them to strings that we all know. These are the round core pure nickel strings, the Pure Blues set from DR. Same gauge, of course, 10-46 both. And these are like coated quantum nickel strings. I do not know what that means. Let's listen to them first. This is going to be strings A and B. You tell which is which. I might be tricky about the order and have these as A and these B, or the other way around. You never know. Let me know in the comments below what you think is the set of coated and which is the normal set of strings. And then we'll carry on with the video and find out more about the new coated ones. I'll give you a couple of more seconds to scroll down to the comments and let me know which string set was the coated one and which one was the normal. Was it string A coated or string B coated? Let me know in the comments below. What I can tell in the meantime, without giving away which one was which, is that the coated strings don't really feel that obviously coated. So the Dragon Skin Plus are not those strings that feel super lubed, if you know what I mean, like
super silky,
like where there's no more string noise happening on the wound strings. It's not that kind of coating, which is, a good thing or a bad thing depending on what you like. But if you like the feel of normal strings, this feels very familiar. They're not identical, so the Pure Blues felt a little different, and funny enough, not on the wound strings side, but on the plain. The wound strings kind of feel identical, and the plain strings feel actually a little more there's a little more resistance on the coated strings. The Pure Blues, which is like a pure nickel set of strings, those plain strings are super silky. So I felt that the Dragon Skin Plus is a little less slippery, which is definitely a good thing if you have issues with staying on the string when you bend, right? When you do a bend and the string just pops out under your skin, because it's so silky, that is something that I know a lot of people are annoyed by. They want to have a bit more grip, and the Dragon Skin Plus, the plain strings of the Dragon Skin Plus do feel like that, which is, again, a really interesting thing to notice. All right, let's reveal the strings in the blindfold test. Strings A was the Dragon Skin Plus, that's the coated one, and strings B was the normal Pure Blues, the pure nickel non-coated set by DR Strings. So yeah, there you go. I like the idea of coated strings, but usually I gravitate towards the non-coated versions for tone. With the Dragon Skin Plus, that is a non-issue. The wound strings feel perfect, the same as the other round core strings by DR. These they have this cool technology. Let me read it for you, because there's like an actual term for it. It's called the accurate core technology, which means that there's like I'll give you a shot of this. There's this coating on the round core wire which creates little grooves for the wound wire, so that it's even more stable. It's what they call the accurate core technology, locking grooves for superior tone projection and tuning stability. I mean, I'll see about the tuning stability. Right now, I had to just stretch them once, tune them once, and that's what you've heard. Let's see if it's still in tune. Yeah, they are. And then there's the wrap wire, which is also coated, which goes around that round and coated core wire. It's a lot of coating, but you don't really feel anything. And the wrap wire is made out of quantum nickel, which is like a unique formula that they use for more output and like a really rich tone. And actually, that is the only thing that I noticed in terms of tone. These Dragon Skin Pluses have a little more output and low end, which would kind of make sense because that's what they say. You kind of wish that it is true, and actually this distorts a little bit the clean channel of my Imperial Mark II. It really is big sounding, which is really cool. You just have to adjust your rig in case your strings you used before were a little quieter, but it is really helpful, especially with guitars with like vintage voiced or lower output, medium output pickups. My first impression on Dragon Skin Plus is really positive. The only thing that I will have to see if I get to love even more than the normal pure blues strings is the feel of the plain strings. You know, everyone likes something else, right? There are people who love the fast fret, super silky, slippery, almost like a ice skating surface, that kind of string feel. Something that is like in between or like has a bit more grip. We all like different things. This one has, like, the plain strings have a little more grip than the pure blues, but I love fooling around and experimenting with strings and picks. I highly recommend doing that because these are the two factors that usually get really underestimated, even though they make so big of a difference in playing feel, in sound, and in accuracy and tuning stability. Like, all of these things really come down to what your hands touch, and that is really like, you know, finger picking or pick and those strings. It's such an important factor. All right, let me know in the comments below if you have any questions about the things you've heard and seen, and just share your opinion on coated strings and all those things in the comments below, and see you in another video very soon. Bye bye.